A publicly panicked Donald Trump went on a scorched earth rant against Republican Congressman Thomas Massie, who's led something of a minor Republican revolt against Trump on the Epstein Files and exposed Trump's cover up of the Epstein Files, which Trump is desperately trying to preserve, even though it seems inevitable that it will collapse as soon as a Democratic Congresswoman is sworn in by Mike Johnson. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, let's take a look. Trump lashes out at Epstein revolt leader Massie in Friday night rant. Donald Trump lashed out at Thomas Massie in a Friday night rant as the congressman leads a revolt in the House over the release of files related to deceased sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has refused to swear in Representative Adelita Grijalva, who would likely be the 218th yes vote on a discharge petition to force a vote on releasing the Epstein files. Grijalva has confirmed repeatedly that she will be that 218th vote, which means once she's sworn in, unless Trump is able to successfully peel off Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or Massie himself, the Epstein files vote will go through, and there's nothing Trump and Johnson can do about it. So he's panicking and lashing out at Massie. Massie is the leader of a group of Republicans who have joined Democrats in that push and has drawn Trump's ire. That might explain why Trump posted a lengthy rant trashing Massie and urging a challenger to unseat him. Trump wrote, let's take a look on Truth Social. Third-rate Congressman Thomas Massie, a weak and pathetic rhino from the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, a place I love and won big 6 times, must be thrown out of office ASAP. The incredible people of Kentucky's 4th Congressional District gave us a mandate to make America great again, and the person that will help us do that is Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, and 5th-generation Kentucky farmer, Captain Ed Galrain, a true America First patriot. A brave combat veteran, Ed knows the wisdom and courage required to defend our country, support our military and veterans, ensure peace through strength. Additionally, as a very successful businessman, Ed knows how to create great jobs, cut taxes and regulation, promote made in the energy in the USA and made in the USA, support our amazing farmers and American agriculture, unleash American energy dominance, and champion our nation's golden age. In Congress, he will fight tirelessly to keep our now very secure border secure, stop migrant crime, and defend our always under siege Second Amendment. I hope Ed gets into the race against Massie, who is now polling at about 9% because the great people of Kentucky are wise to him. He only votes against the Republican Party, making life very easy for the radical left. Unlike lightweight Massie, a totally ineffective loser who has failed us so badly, Captain Ed Galrain is a winner who will not let you down. Should he decide to challenge Massie, Galrain has my complete and total endorsement. Run, Ed, run, MAGA. So Trump is panicking about this. Thus, again, the scorched earth approach here. Now, in response to this, Thomas Massie said 2 things. First, he said, the British ambassador lost his job, and now Prince Andrew has lost his title. Don't tell us there's nothing in the Epstein files. The truth is coming out, and we will not give up. Repost this and tag Speaker Mike Johnson if you want him to quit delaying the vote. And to Trump specifically, in that last post, he says, Trump just endorsed someone to run against me. I can beat this candidate if I have your support. We just posted our best fundraising quarter ever. Can you help me top it? Okay. Now, Trump has tried to unseat Massie before, I will point out, and he has failed thus far. That doesn't mean that he won't succeed this time, but previous attempts have ended in abject failure. But he's panicking about Massie, freaking out about it, begging this person to run. Hey, listen, please run because I'll endorse you and we'll beat Massie. I mean, maybe you will, maybe you won't. You've tried in the past, but all of this comes back to the Epstein files because Massie is not bending the knee like a cultist. He's taking a principled libertarian approach. And Massie of Kentucky and Rand Paul, a Republican senator from Kentucky, also a libertarian, they're kind of cut from the same cloth. I think Massie's a bit more principled than Paul, but to the extent that there are any principled Republican lawmakers at all, it's those 2, and they are from my former state of Kentucky, so I'm a bit proud of that. Now, Mike Johnson is obviously Trump's lackey in the House, doing everything in his power to prevent the Democratic-elect Congresswoman Grijalva from being sworn in, and Johnson is getting peppered with questions about this on Fox, CNBC, and other places. And I want you to see the cope in real time.
She says that you're afraid of her being the 218th signer to the Epstein petition to release the files, that if she were a Republican, you would have sworn her in. What do you say?
I say bless her heart. she's a representative-elect. She doesn't know how it works around here. We're going to give her the oath of office as soon as we get back to regular session, as soon as Chuck Schumer and the Democrats vote to reopen the government. We've got a lot to do here. They're the ones holding it up. What Rep. Grijalva doesn't understand is that there's a certain tradition and process that we engage in here to administer the oath.
Except that's not true, because Mike Johnson in pro forma sessions, basically these like ad hoc sessions, these like minor business sessions, has sworn in 2 Republican lawmakers just in the past year in order to pad his Republican majority. So when he says, like, listen, we got to wait until Congress is back open, we have to have the full pomp and circumstance. A, she's not asking for that. B, she's asking to be sworn in now. C, you have previously done what she's asking for Republican lawmakers, so you're a loser and a liar. And D, when you were confronted about it last week, you screwed up and said, yeah, I mean, we will swear in whenever she wants, so she needs to reach out to me. And she said, challenge accepted, let's do it. And he has since walked it back again. Either he had a mental lapse or he folded under pressure and then redoubled again. No, we can't do it. Again, pure partisan nonsense coming from Mike Johnson. CNBC confronted him about it as well.
There was a special election that was held for Arizona more than 3 weeks ago now. The Democratic Congresswoman-elect won that special election. Grijalva, she's waiting to be seated. And now Arizona's Attorney General is threatening to sue you for taxation without representation if you don't seat her. I realize Congress is not in session, but it's been more than 3 weeks, and all the representatives in the House are being paid right now. Why can't you seat her?
Well, A, not all the members of the House are being paid. I think all the Republicans,
well, some of them have chosen not to take a paycheck. They are all under law allowed to receive a paycheck, but they are saying that this is a huge amount of politics. You're using this as leverage by not seating them, and Arizona is saying this is taxation without representation.
No. Yeah, I'm shocked that there's another Democrat politician from Arizona seeking publicity right now. Now the state AG's involved.
You haven't seated their full delegation.
She's going to sue me, I'm sure. No,
she's not going to sue you. The Attorney General of Arizona is going to sue you for their people not being able to be fully represented.
No, that's who I'm referring to. I know, and she wants publicity too, and it's all a farce. Let me tell you what's happening here. The Rep-elect Grijalva was elected after the House went out of session. So I have said this repeatedly. I'm delighted to administer the oath to her as soon as we get back to legislative session. The people who are preventing us from doing that.
Again, just total nonsense there. And he's stammering and getting pressure from, again, even conservative CNBC hosts about this. He could get a pro forma session. There are pro forma sessions regularly. And every single time, Grijalva and Democrats have said, just swear her in, as he has done repeatedly for Republican lawmakers. But this is a last-ditch effort by Johnson to try to cock-block the release of the Epstein Files, to try to prevent the Epstein Files from coming out. And it's pretty transparent. Very transparent. Even Thomas Massie, who, again, is a Republican and doesn't like to break with Trump as often as he needs to, I think. It's not like he goes out of his way, although sometimes I do think he enjoys it when he does finally pick a fight. He's like, yeah, this is pretty transparently about the Epstein Files. And so, too, does Hakeem Jeffries believe that.
You are demanding that Grijalva be sworn in this afternoon. If she is not, what are you planning on doing, and are you going to be there for the pro forma?
All options are on the table with respect to Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. It's shameful that she has not been sworn in because Speaker Johnson and House Republicans apparently want to continue to hide the Jeffrey Epstein files from the American people. This has gone on now for weeks. And so it's my expectation that if she is not sworn in today, during the pro forma session today, as the Arizona Attorney General has made clear, expect swift and decisive legal action.
And they did say that they would sue Mike Johnson in this respect. I don't know what's going to happen in this, but this is pretty transparently partisan politics because they did not swear in Grijalva at that pro forma session. So again, this is pure panic on Trump and Mike Johnson's part. This is why Donald Trump is targeting Mike Johnson as viciously as he is. It's pure terror. He's basically begging somebody, please run, I'll give you my endorsement. I've singled you out. Please go run against Thomas Massie. You'll have my full-throated endorsement. We got to stop this guy because Massie is helping lead the charge. And this is predominantly a Democratic effort. I will point out it's not 50-50, but to the extent that Republicans are involved, Thomas Massie is leading the charge and exposing the Jeffrey Epstein cover-up by Donald Trump. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.